My name's Andy. I've been photographing parkour since the emergence of urban free flow in 2003. So in April it will be 11 years since I started being involved with parkour. And I kind of have a useful view on it because I kind of sit on parkour's periphery because I'm a climber. I don't train regularly. I've had a lot of involvement with parkour over the years, but I kind of take a step back and look at it from the outside a little bit. And about 6 months ago, I wrote an article which got published on Parkour Generation's blog. And this came about because of an ongoing hatred I have of a very specific industry. And it also came about as part of discussions with a number of friends who are school teachers. And a friend of mine had taken a group of 20 or so 14 to 16-year-olds on a skiing trip. And it involved a 28-hour bus journey. And a child got on the bus with 6 cans of Redbull. And he said, what, he didn't quite say, what the fuck are you doing? But pretty much words to that effect. And the kid was like, yeah, what's wrong? And this led me to start thinking more about energy drinks' involvement with sport, with Red Bull's involvement with parkour. And it led to the article, and the article basically said that if I was an elite level athlete and Red Bull came along and said, we want to fly you around the world and you can drink our products and we'll give you an amazing life. I mean, I wouldn't turn that down, which is really uncomfortable because I fucking hate Red Bull. I fucking hate Red Bull. Can't do this, will probably go on the web, but and yeah, I'd have a really hard time turning it down. If Red Bull came to me tomorrow and said, yeah, we'll pay you 50 grand for next year to go around the world and take photographs of whatever you want, I'd be like, ah, shit. So, with that in mind, if you take money from Red Bull, all of your words about training, about diet, about philosophy, about all of that stuff, it's meaningless. It does not mean a thing at all. No matter how true, how authentic, how honest you think you are, if you take money from Red Bull, it doesn't mean anything. And fast food is really, really clever. I mean, there is a reason why McDonald's spends millions of pounds sponsoring the Olympics. It's not because of the coverage. That's obviously a big factor. But what it's doing, it's normalising consumption of unhealthy stuff. The association of sport with junk food is destructive. People say we should put a tax on fast food to discourage people from eating and drinking fatty foods, sugary foods. That tax exists. It exists in football with the sponsorship of the Premier League. It exists in the Olympics with Coca-Cola and McDonald's. The sponsorship of sport is how we justify to ourselves the fact that they are unhealthy. This is how our society legitimizes their presence. We get them to pay for our sporting events. Sporting events are healthy, fast food is not healthy. So if we bring the two together, they kind of work themselves out. So a change is happening, and that change is a challenge to the normalization through this presence, through this advertising. And on the back of the discussion about the article that I wrote, someone said, but you're not going to change it through this. You're not going to change it by objecting to it. You've got to change the culture. And that's a really difficult thing to do. And my point was, what creates this culture? What creates our culture of consumption of these shitty things? Advertising. Redbull's really, really clever, and they do absolutely incredible things. And I say again, if they came to me and offered me money, I would find it really, really difficult to turn it down. But it is through the advertising, it is through the creation of the culture that we have this unhealthy relationship. And if we start offering resistance to that advertising, we can start creating a solution to this culture. And Red Bull, Coca-Cola, McDonald's, at the moment, they are shitting themselves because there's a very big and powerful health industry that is emerging, and we are a part of that. We can be the first sport to say no to energy drinks sponsorship, and it is through teaching that can be achieved.
Thank you very much.